Canadian tennis star Vasek Pospisil says he is going to be retiring next month.
Who would have thought that? Who would have thought that it would be Vasek Pospisil and Jack Sock, Wimbledon doubles champions?
Pospisil and his partner with the Wimbledon trophy back in 2014. He was playing with Jack Sock, and they upset the top-ranked duo to win the men's doubles that year. Since then, it's been a string of successes for the Vernon, BC native, including 2022 when he made history by helping Canada win its first ever Davis Cup. Now, after an 18-year professional career playing both singles and doubles, the two-time Olympian says he plans to retire on home turf at the National Bank Open. That gets underway next month in Toronto. And Vasek Pospisil joins us now from Toronto, where he's getting ready for the National Bank Open. Thank you very much for speaking with us. How does it feel to be very close to stepping away from professional tennis?
Yeah, it feels good. I mean, to be honest, I'm, I've made this decision a few months ago, and I just think the time is right. And I've had a great career, which I'm very grateful for. Very fortunate. Worked hard, but there's a lot of luck as well. I just think it's the right time to step away. I think my body's been breaking down a little bit, and at 35, I think the time is right.
It has been a great career. 18 years of professional tennis, Wimbledon men's doubles title in 2014. You've been in 3 singles finals. You helped Canada win its first Davis Cup in 2022. So lots to choose from. What would you consider your career highlight?
Yeah, there have been some great moments. Off the top, I think, my breakthrough event in 2013 in Montreal, making the semifinals of the Masters there was really special, just because it was my, first big one. And then winning Wimbledon, of course, in 2014, and then the Davis Cup, winning Davis Cup for Canada for the first time in history, was very special. I've always taken so much pride in representing Canada, and it was a long time dream of mine to win that one for my teammates in this country, and so those are definitely the top ones for me.
Sometimes when I think about elite tennis players, and maybe I'm wrong, but I think about rich kids and tennis academies in Florida. You're from Vernon, BC, and I just wonder, how challenging was it to get from that small community in Western Canada to playing on the biggest stages in tennis?
Oh yeah, it was a very long journey, a lot of hard work. I think very humble beginnings. I think in some ways, that probably helped me. I think dealing with adversity from a young age, it shaped me into the man I am today, and really just taught me the lessons that I needed to learn. If you want to be successful in this sport, is just grit, a lot of hard work, sacrifices. Which I've made many of, and it was a long, if somebody told me today, if somebody told me when I was 10 years old that I would have had the career that I had, then I would have thought they were crazy. It was a dream. It felt like a long shot, and I just kept my head down and kept working hard, and hard work pays off. So very fortunate, and wouldn't change a thing.
Give me an example, because there's a lot there and a long career, but give me an example of a moment where you kind of had doubts, or you were just dealing with a moment where you thought, you know what, I'm giving up on this, and you endured.
Well, there's many moments, as we know in life, there's ups and downs, whether it's a tennis career or just, any part of life. I would say one moment, of many, perhaps when I was quite young, I was like 13 years old. I figured I didn't want to play tennis anymore. I decided I didn't want to play tennis anymore, and fortunately that lasted only a few days. My dad talked me out of it, but there were a lot of tough moments, and that's part of it. You have to keep persevering, and you can't ever give up, and because eventually, like I said, all that hard work does pay off, and it's really just what you set your mind to, and I was very hyper focused on my career for many years, and there's no other way to do it, and it doesn't matter if you're from Vernon or from a country club somewhere in LA. But if you put in the hard work, then you'll reap the benefits.
Hey, one last thing, kind of from a different perspective. We only have about 30 seconds left, but there are a lot of parents out there who have kids who are super talented, and they think, hey, my kid's going to make it. They're going to, So what advice do you have for parents of tennis phenoms?
Yeah, well, I would say, get into a tennis environment as quickly as possible, playing with other, top individuals, top kids, and just, you have to sacrifice. You have to spend hours on the court, in the gym, looking after your body from a young age if you can. But you can't escape. It's not a comfortable journey. So that coming to terms with that, it would be good to start.
Well, it's a journey that has lasted in the professional ranks, 18 years for you. We saw you hoisting the doubles trophy from Wimbledon with Jack Sock. And you talk about the Davis Cup. You've made a lot of Canadians very proud. We have a lot to admire in you, Vasek. And so thanks for speaking with us, and congratulations on a fantastic career.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it was great being on the show. Thanks for having me.
All right, bye-bye.